in all sorts of different variations with the same or similar search intent. So the head term here is clearly weight loss, which has 109,000 searches per month, meaning that any queries with, let's say, 500 searches per month are 100% long tails, right? So let's filter for these keywords that still rank in the top 10, and you'll see that there are still over 9,100 keywords. These are the long tail keywords for the topic on weight loss, and they account for 96% of this page's keyword rankings. But this is much more than just another fun fact. There are two very actionable tips to take away from this. Number one, by ranking high for this head term, you'll almost always rank for the thousands of other long tail searches. So when you pick your topics, always look to the ones that have the largest total search traffic potential. And number two is equally important. If Google merges a long tail keyword into a bigger topic, then there's no point in targeting it, right? Think about it. We already know that Google will rank one broad article for thousands of search queries. So by trying to publish dedicated articles that target a single long tail keyword within the broad topic, you'll achieve nothing but wasted time. Here's some proof. This article from Healthline generates around 490,000 search visitors globally each month. And they rank for a ton of keywords. But here's the thing. Not all topics with a ton of long tail keywords have super high search volumes. For example, if you look at these search volume metrics, then you'll see that SEO Tips has more than double the search volume of Submit Your Website to Search Engines. So at first glance, it seems like a better topic to target, right? Well, not necessarily. If we look at the SERP for SEO Tips, then you'll see that the top ranking pages get significantly less traffic than the search volume for the main keyword, and they don't rank for that many different keywords either. Now let's look at the SERP for the query Submit Website to Search Engines. You'll see quite the opposite effect. The traffic numbers are more than triple the search volume of the top keyword, and most of these pages rank for thousands of keywords. So again, always analyze the SERP to see the total traffic these pages generate, and look at the number of keywords these pages rank for. An easy way to find these long tail topics is to look up a popular website in Site Explorer. So I'll search for healthline.com. Next, I'll go to the top pages report, which will show us their pages that get the most search traffic. And since we're talking about topics with tons of long tail keywords, let's sort the results in descending order by the number of keywords each page ranks for. In order to identify these long tail topic opportunities, you want to look at these columns: traffic, keywords, top keyword, its volume, and position. So let's analyze their top pages and set a checklist to identify the most obvious long tail topic opportunities. First, the page must rank in the top 5 for their top keyword. Next, they should rank for lots of keywords and get a good amount of search traffic. So far, so good. The final point is that the page should get significantly more traffic than you'd expect based on their ranking position compared to the search volume of their top keyword. And in Healthline's case, that only excludes a couple of these pages. So now we have a ton of long tail topics that we could create for our own website if we were in the health niche. And I actually have to point out this one with a top keyword, bumps on skin, that has a search volume of 8,400, but the page gets over 100,000 search visitors each month. That's bananas. Now it's important to note that you should also look at the number of referring domains that the page has. And this should be a good indication of how many links you'll need in order to get similar rankings and be competitive in search. Now, why should you care as an SEO? Because by picking topics with more long tail keywords, you'll generate a lot more organic traffic than the search volume of just the main keyword, since you'll be ranking for so many other long tail variations. These long tail topics are ideal for established websites that can or have a history of ranking for head terms. And by ranking for your head term, there's an element of predictability to know that your pages will rank for tons of other long tail variations with relative ease. Alright, so we've covered the long tail of broad topics, but there's a completely different type of long tail keyword which has its own bucket, and that's topical long tail keywords. These keywords represent individual topics of their own rather than being part of a bigger topic. So for example, if we look up keyword cannibalization in Keywords Explorer, you'll see that this query has a monthly search volume of 150 in the United States. Scrolling down to the top 10 SERP, you'll see that the top ranking pages get significantly less traffic than the suggested search volume, and none of the pages rank for a particularly large number of keywords. The topic of keyword cannibalization doesn't fit into a larger topic. It's a topic in itself, and the long tail keywords within it happen to be much smaller than broader topics like weight loss. So why should you care about these long tail keywords? The obvious answer is that since search volumes are much lower than the fathead keywords, the competition is usually going to be much weaker. So you'll have a better chance at ranking for them, and you'll likely see results much faster than going after competitive terms like how to lose weight. The not so obvious reason is that you can still generate tons of perfectly relevant traffic if you rank for 20 to 50 long tail topics. For example, if you look at the SERP overview for the keyword, how to help my husband lose weight, which is a good example of our so-called topical long tail keyword, you'll see that the top keyword has a search volume of 60 and the page gets 76 search visitors per month. And to put the cherry on the top ranking page has 0 referring domains pointing at it. So it's likely a low competition keyword. Now, if you were to create 20 pages around different long tail topics that individually generate 70 search visitors per month, then you're looking at 1,400 monthly search visitors. That, my friend, is cumulative value. So how can you find a whole bunch of these topics with ease? I have 3 super simple strategies for you. The first one is to look for modifier keywords within a larger topic. So if we look at the phrase match report for the keyword black shoes, then you can use the include feature and type in a modifier keyword like with. And you can see right away that there are almost 2,800 awesome keywords, and by looking at the keyword difficulty scores, they all seem like pretty easy topics to rank for. If we look at the SERP overview for the keyword black shoes with navy suit, which has 600 searches per month, you'll see that all of the ranking pages get a decent amount of traffic, and almost all of the pages have little to no backlinks. Clicking through to this page, you'll see that the content is rather thin with a few images, so you won't need to worry about creating monstrous guides to outrank them. You can then click on the number of keywords and investigate further for long tail variations and subtopics within the organic keywords report. These would be much easier to rank for than a fathead term like shoes. The next strategy is to append locations to your product or service keywords. For example, if we look at the phrase match report for rent a truck in, you'll see hundreds of results that are all very low competition. Now this might seem underwhelming since the search volume is really low, but take roughly 300 keywords, multiply by 10, and you have 3,000 searches per month now. In this example, I would guess they hold commercial value too. Keep in mind that even though Ahrefs' keyword database is absolutely monstrous, it doesn't contain all possible search queries that people might search for. So there's a lot of low-hanging traffic here up for grabs. The third strategy is to look at questions on a topic. And the best part about this is that you can actually do it in very competitive niches. So let's type in weight loss in Keywords Explorer. Next, go to the questions report. Since it's a very competitive niche, as you can see from the keyword difficulty score, let's set the max KD to something low like 5. And I bet you would have never thought about targeting these long tail keyword topics on your own. With these questions, you can create your own FAQ section on your website and start getting a ton of long tail traffic from these phrases. These so-called topical long tail keywords are great for new websites or those that haven't quite built an authoritative backlink profile yet. You should be able to get traction quicker than targeting the long tail of broad topics, since you'll essentially be going for low competition keywords. And as your site builds a solid backlink profile, you can start branching off to the broader topics. So I want you to take this key point away from this tutorial. 96.54% of all search queries in the US have less than 50 searches per month. So by neglecting these long tail keyword phrases, you're missing out on the majority of searches that happen every day. But now you have a perfect understanding of the 2 types of long tail keywords, those that belong to a broader topic and those that form a topic of their own. So keep grinding away, use these tactics and strategies to get ahead of other